Hey guys, it's your boy Baby Jesus back at it again with another video. This is my episode 2 of Food for Thought. Now, guys, I'm going to get into something today that's going to be much deeper than my first video, and I'm going to be straightforward. I'm going to be very honest from the get-go. This video is going to be tailored more to my female audience. If you're a guy and maybe you'd like a little bit of insight into the female mind from like someone that's just very observant and I've passed through a lot of things with women, sure, stick around. Ladies, please, I hope you give this a chance. I I want to state something. I want to be very clear in something that for the last couple of years, just these last few years, I've been getting a lot of hate for. I'm not crying about it. I just want to kind of state my position, and that's pretty much it. If you want to trust me, or if you don't want to trust me, or you don't want to believe me, I can live with that. Let me start off with some context. Some of the closest people in my life are women. The last year before I came to back to Mexico, my two best friends who I thought were gonna be my brothers for life, things just went to the shit, and our friendship pretty much just died like a some it just dead died, died dead, literally. I met someone, a girl. Her name is Genesis, and she became my closest friend. We hung out every other day. She introduced me to people that became also friends to me. I didn't spend that much time while I was in California, in Los Angeles. Because of her, I spent almost the last year of me being in the U.S. in just exploring and navigating and being in LA. So really, a lot of thanks to and a lot of love to Genesis. And now, one of my oldest and strongest friendships to this day is with a female. My family here in Mexico, sadly, there's a lot of division and a lot of ignorance. A lot of my male cousins and most of my family have abandoned me for just the stupidest reasons. That's a whole nother story for another day. Some of the closest people in my life through blood is my female aunt and my female cousin. They have treated me with nothing but love. So I love and adore women. Literally love and figuratively speaking, love women. Another point that I just want to make very strong, which it does tie into what I'm going to talk about. Around the year 2014, I was in my second year of city college, community college, and I was studying aerospace engineering. I had to drop out because my dad's English is not so good, and I had to help him run the business. So I dropped out of school. One of the classes I took was a business class. No, sorry, it wasn't like business 101, how to financially. No, no, no. It was a type of business subclass where they teach you about professionalism. They teach you how to make CVs. They teach you how to make a portfolio and just how to be in the profession sector. I guess something like that, right? I don't remember. It was years ago, almost 10 years ago. At the end of the class, we had to, for our final project, we had to make a custom or our own portfolio, and we had to give a presentation. You guys are never going to believe me or guess what my presentation was about because you guys have heard me talk, have seen my YouTube videos, have heard me sing. My presentation in that class, which was half females, I literally got in front of everyone and I urged the females in my classes to join the STEM fields: science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And I urge them that if those friends or the guys in the class have female friends in those fields, to support them and to not judge them. Because trust me, as of one of my closest friends who's a female studied IT, coding, and engineering, she actually gets judged because she's a female in those professions. Now, in my courses of trigonometry, planetary and interstellar astronomy, in my chem and biology classes, almost no females. I want to see females succeed. These industries, these fields are screaming for women to join. I want women to maybe suffer a bit more in like while hitting the books, but to prosper bigger and more with making advancements and just intellectual and progressive advancements. I love women and I want them to succeed. So maybe I guess I will ride them harder. No pun intended. I will call out bullshit. And I've called out bullshit for dudes too and for women as well, you know. But anyways, I wanted to give you guys just some context because what I'm going to be talking about today, there's something I want females to know. I want you ladies from the bottom of my heart, and I'll get into it why. I want you ladies to know, one, you're beautiful, okay? So take that into account. You're a beautiful individual person. You don't need to cake on the makeup, all right? I fucking hated. I took an art class. I took two art classes in Citrus College, in my college where I went to. In one of them, it was so small that we had to present each other. 4 or 5 women got up and said, "Oh, I like makeup." Oh my god, like, okay, that's so deep. I really got to know who you are. If this was a movie, your character development would be rated 0 out of 10. Women, you do not have to cake on the makeup. Now, whether you do it to impress boys, which from your own mouths, women have told me that they dress a certain way, they put on makeup a certain way, they do certain things to get males or boys' attention. Or I've also heard the other side of the coin where you don't really care of what someone else calls you or thinks of you, but you want to look beautiful for yourself. In your opinion, you don't think you look beautiful. You don't think you look good, so you have some insecurities about certain blush marks, freckles, pimples, so you cover up. Even then, you're comparing yourself to other people. You're comparing yourself to probably models or even the makeup artist or whatever. You're comparing yourself to someone, so you have a comparison of what's beautiful and what's not, and you're putting yourself in your ugly category. You ladies, you don't have to do this anymore, okay? If you follow me on Facebook, I don't know if many of you have probably muted me already, just have me on your friends list, but don't even know that I posted something. A week ago, something pretty big kind of happened. So you have context. There's recently I've met someone and they become very close to me in my life. This female, she's already insecure about the way she looks. She doesn't think, oh, excuse me. She doesn't think she's a pretty girl or a beautiful woman. Which, in my eyes, she is gorgeous. Like, damn. Whew. She recently had an insecurity attack, I would call it. Insecurity attack. She got 3 pimples. One they were all in her cheeks, like one here and like 2 there. And she felt terrible. She felt like they made her look hideous. She started caking on the makeup. Through the course of several days, I had to talk with her. I had to tell her, like, look, pimples don't. If you're a beautiful woman and you get a few pimples, you don't all of a sudden become the female equivalent of Quasimodo. Pimples don't define whether you're beautiful or not. You're a beautiful woman because of the structure of your face, because how big your eyes are, because you have really nice eyebrows, you have really nice lips. You're a beautiful woman. And because of who you are as a person. She's fucking awesome. She's friendly. She's hilarious. She's kind. She's a beautiful woman. With or without pimples. With or without caking on makeup. But that last thing I said kind of does matter because she, in my opinion, which matters to you or doesn't matter to you, that's your deal. But in my opinion, she ruined it by caking on the makeup. She got to the point where if like you hug, you ever meet those women that if you hug them, they'll leave like their face on your white shirt. Not only is that disgusting, unhygienic, that's sad that a woman thinks she has to paint her face so much. Or I don't know about makeup, so I guess it could be 2 things. One, she puts on so much makeup that when she plasters her face on you, it leaves a mark. Or if she doesn't have the funds to get good quality makeup, and they've done studies that like hardly any women clean their brushes or their actual makeup tools. So that's just even grosser times two, or grosser times two. Ladies, like, what are you doing? Now, I want to make something very clear. I don't want this video to be too long because I could honestly talk about this for days. Your personality, I've met women who, Jesus, are rude, are cold. They take themselves way too seriously. And I don't care if they have big boobs, a big butt. If you don't have a personality that's at least decent or kind, your attractiveness overall, it really does go down. And I'm sorry, you can shit on me all you want, you can deny it all you want, but this modern world is very superficial. There's a certain reason why you dress the way you do, you put on the makeup that you do. So if you want to cry about this in my DMs or whatever, go ahead. For the right reasons or the wrong reasons, whatever, go ahead. I'm not going to judge you, I'm just spewing my thoughts, all right? Now, I'm coming to an end to this video, but this ties in something very important that I do want to go over. This concept, I haven't really, this is a new concept for me, what I'm going to talk about right now. I'm currently watching a series. I just currently finished the series on HBO. It's called Newsroom. I definitely recommend you check it out. Newsroom with Jeff Daniels, the actor from Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey, his partner. Just a grand slam actor, pure quality. In this series, there are a lot of feminine issues, feminine details brought up, and one of them really surprised me, took me by surprise, really got me thinking. I'm going to keep it very brief. There's a guy, super intelligent. He's an executive producer of a news show. He's traveled, so he's well cultured. He's done such dangerous and investigative reporting that he's been shot at by drug lords and things like that. He's about to go out with a girl. He's about to have dinner with a woman who I think only has her like high school diploma and who works with fashion. The woman literally states to her best friend in one of the scenes, "I'm gonna feel dumb around Jim. He's such an intelligent man. I'm gonna feel dumb." This got me thinking about two things. One, there are men who make women feel stupid. So make them feel dumb at the woman's expense. Men like that, those type of men also have trouble with women in power, with female bosses, which I'm sorry, but some of you female bosses, you think you have to be cold and rule with an iron fist because you're in power, which is totally wrong. You can be a female boss and be sweet and kind and emotional, but still have power. I could talk about that in DM if you want. The second scenario is that there are men who are so intelligent, cough, cough, who are so intelligent that when they try to have a very interactive and just a very intellectual conversation, the woman falls short. The woman, because they don't, not because men are smarter than women, but because that woman in his particular that they cross paths in life didn't care for getting an education, didn't care for furthering her personality or intelligence. Now, if you're not going to go ahead and well, okay, so we have so I'm coming now to a close. I just stated something in the beginning as far as your physical appearance, the makeup and all that, and your looks. If you're not going to work on your personality or your intellect, you're going to fall short. You're going to fall short, and maybe your dating options aren't going to be as you're going to have a much narrower range in your dating options. Work on your personality, work on your intelligence. I've gone on dates with women who spend the entire date on their phone. Sure, that may be more of a point of interest, that they kind of just accepted the date for free food, douchebag move. There have been women where I've tried to talk to them about certain things and they kind of just nod their head because they have no idea what I'm talking about because they're lost. Especially right after I came out of college. I love talking about I really love space. I love like these new scientific advancements. I love kind of my two best friends. Yeah, my two well, two really good friends of mine were engineers, so we kind of just had these conversations all the time. It was hard for me to meet women who could have these interactions with me. Work on yourself. Work on your personality. Stop taking things so seriously. Don't be afraid to laugh. If you have jokes in your head and they may be a bit inappropriate, say them. You'll quickly find out what the right kind of crowd is for you. Work on your intellect. There's a lot of women that I see on on Tinder and stuff. They kind of say like, "Oh, I love Marvel and all that." Yeah, that's guys too. Sure, go ahead. Watch documentaries. Look up articles and read up on the news on your computer. So I used to use 9gag, which is an international kind of meme application on your phone. I used to follow international news, state news. I used to follow scientific kind of apps, or not apps, groups. I got banned from 9gags for being so controversial, but whatever. Now I follow Reddit. Stay updated with political and what's it called, scientific advancements. Work on yourself, because you can be as beautiful as models, as these twerking, butt taking, butt picture taking females on Instagram. But if you're rude and you take yourself way too seriously, some guys are just gonna stick around because they think that they're gonna have a chance at getting your pussy that night. But real men that are worth it, that are worth the hassle, that are worth the trouble, that are worth the journey, that are worth being with, they're not going to want to be with you. Now, all of this, my opinion on all of this is just, if I offended you, I'm terribly sorry. That's not my intention, and it never has been from the beginning. I know I post a lot of controversial shit, but I like to call out bullshit. Whether you're female, whether you're male, whether you're black, brown, yellow, blue, whatever. I don't care who you are. I don't discriminate. I hate everyone equally. Oh, well, yeah. I just want to call out bullshit. And I think some females out there do need a fresh perspective, maybe even from a man's point of view. Because if women, they're having trouble in their dating life and things have been a little rough, wouldn't a fresh man's point of view kind of help? And hey, maybe I'm wrong. This is just my point of view. You don't have to take any of this to heart if you don't want to. But anyways, ladies, especially the ladies, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Thank you so much for watching. My male counterparts, just thanks for watching too. If you're here and you're a man, give this video a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. No one will be able to tell. Ha. And thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. Ladies, stay classy, stay beautiful, stay intellectual. Take care.